Traditional SMMA has changed, and if you're using the same outdated strategies that these gurus talked about from 2 years ago, the same outreach, the same offers, the exact same Facebook ads, service delivery, you're going to get left behind in 2026. Now, just this past month, I've made over $56,000 with my social media marketing agency at 19. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what I would do if I was starting from scratch today and go through the full roadmap, because the game has changed. And this is the exact same approach that some of my students are using now, like Sam, who went from 0 to his first 5K a month in just 30 days, or Ethan and John, who are now making over $6,000 a week within about 14 days after joining. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to differentiate yourself and win in 2026 with your agency and not go into the same mistakes or fall into the same trap that most agency owners make that keeps them stuck at 2K, even below that every single month. I'm going to show you how to go and make 5, 10, 20K a month forever using this model right here. And I'm not here to sell you on a dream or just feed you a bunch of garbage guru BS. I'm here to just tell you exactly what's working for me so you can just go follow it step by step. So if you're looking for just a get rich quick scheme, this is just not for you. So click off this, but let's get into it. So first thing I want to go through is when people tell me, you hear this all the time, right? SMMA has been around for so long. People go and say SMMA is saturated. People say everything is saturated, but let me just touch on this. So is SMMA saturated? The short answer, if by saturated, you mean there's a lot of people doing it, then sure, right? There's a lot of people doing it. There's a lot of people who run businesses. Is starting a business saturated? That'd be the stupidest thing. Go tell Hormozy that starting a business is saturated. He's going to smack you in the face. The thing is, there's a lot of people doing it. Doesn't mean they're doing it right though. And that's exactly the main point I want to go over in this video of what's different in 2026 now. And there are so many people running an agency doing the same exact thing, is now the bar is almost, it's higher than ever, but at the same time, it's lower than ever. And what do I mean by that? So what I mean is that, number one, we can't just go out and sell the same exact stuff that we could sell 2 years ago. Go up to a business, say, hey, I'll run you meta ads. I'll get you leads. You're going to give me $2,000 a month. We're both going to be happy. Here's my credit card. It just doesn't work like that anymore. Even if you have amazing case studies, because the thing is, these business owners have tried the exact same thing that you're selling them before, or at least to an extent. They've tried the mechanism. They've tried Facebook ads. They've tried Google ads. They've tried SEO. They've tried it before. But the thing is, they're still on a call with you. They are still looking to grow their business. I'll tell you right now, people love to buy things. People want to buy things. People want to spend money. I want to spend money, right? I buy a bunch of just like random stuff for my office now. I don't go buy Lamborghinis, and people want to spend money on stuff that's going to benefit them. And people also are willing to take risks, but they need to see a big enough difference in the risk that they're going to take from what they tried before, because it needs to be a calculated risk. That's all business is, a game of taking calculated risks. So what I'm trying to say is that these business owners, yeah, they've tried probably a similar solution on what you're offering. They've tried Facebook ads before. So what we need to do now is position our service, our offer as something unique, as a unique mechanism. We need to show them stuff that they haven't seen before. Now, I know it might sound like, oh, but they've seen everything. Maybe they have, but a simple answer or a simple kind of idea to kind of get this point across is, imagine you're selling a business owner. They ran Facebook ads before. What kind of Facebook ads did you run, John? Well, we did the company, they were doing a bunch of like image ads and stuff. What that means is that your unique mechanism is going to be anything but image ads. What we do different is actually custom branded video ads. And that's what you're going to lean into. Now, that's just a small example, but just what I want to hit across is find ways in which you can go and differentiate yourself from the person across the street. And the thing is, it doesn't need to be something huge, right? Like back in the day, you could go and add a Google reactivation campaign, and that would be really valuable. But now everyone and their mother offers that. And that's kind of the next thing I want to touch on is a lot of these gurus, people are following the exact same stuff that these gurus have been talking about for years. The thing is, they haven't been in the game. They don't actually run these agencies anymore. So the stuff they're giving is outdated, and you're following this verbatim. You're copying the same stuff. That's why these business owners are like, oh, I've already tried this exact same thing before, because they're using the same offers, the same outreach, the same cold calls, the same emails, the same sales script, the same follow-up. All of that is the exact same as one of these like courses that you bought, and there's thousands of people in there. So of course, these business owners say, oh, I just heard that exact thing because Johnny, who's in the exact same course as you, or heard the same thing from this guru's YouTube video, is doing literally the exact same thing. And right there, that is the problem, is you are positioning yourself like everyone else. And when you position yourself like everyone else, you don't stand out and you become a commodity. That's why they just go and shop. If you're on sales calls, they're just looking for the lowest price possible because you are genuinely a commodity. So what you need to do is position your service, position your agency in a way where it can stand all of these gurus, all these courses and stuff by just simply being different. So a simple thing, and it's not as unique nowadays, but adding AI chatbot when that was big, adding AI chatbot in there. That's a simple thing you can go and do. Some other things, maybe you, instead of just doing Facebook ads, you go and do some Google ads. You go and do TikTok ads. Maybe you add some retargeting in there. But you need to find a way to differentiate yourself and differentiate your service. And it goes with everything, starting from your cold call, starting from your outreach, starting from even your offer. You can't go and have the same offers that the people have back in the day of, hey, get 15 appointments in a month, otherwise I'll refund you the difference, but you pay me $2K up front. That just simply doesn't work anymore. Now, I'm not going to say it actually doesn't work anymore, but there are much more effective ways. And those are all the things that I wish I knew and that also I teach my students as well to help them win when it is extremely competitive and more competitive than ever. So differentiating yourself as much as possible, but also something I'm noticing is that service delivery is more important than ever. A lot of people, when they think of SMMA, it's just about getting clients, signing clients, sales calls, doing the outreach, all this sort of stuff. But they don't ever talk about what happens when you get the client. That is more important than actually signing the clients in the first place. Because what you don't want to have, you don't want to be that guy who signs all these clients. You sign 10 clients a month at 2,000, 10 clients at $2,000 a month. You're making 20K a month. And then 18 of them churn. Then you're literally starting from scratch. So that's number one, why service delivery is important. Is obviously you don't want to churn clients. You want to make sure you're maximizing your revenue every single month, getting that recurring revenue. But two, that these people, like they've gotten burned before. They're looking for any reason to leave you, which is why service delivery is more important than ever. Now, one of the easiest things you can do for service delivery, I'm going to give you some sauce right here. By the way, if you guys have any questions or want to connect with me, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram at just noah.help. But I'm going to give you some sauce. On service delivery, because again, there's so many people in the agency space offering the same thing. One of the simplest things you can go and do is just have good client communication. With every single one of my clients, I have really good relationships with them. I'll tell you a bit of a story. I had a client, I still work with her actually. I have a client, not going to go over a name where she's at. But she's in a market where it's not as responsive. We just weren't getting a ton of leads coming in the first place. And it's definitely not good results up to my standards of what I know I can do, what I've done for other people that I work with. But the thing is, my communication, I stayed on top of the communication, and she was genuinely, I still have a really good relationship. And she spent a bunch of money on the ads and didn't really see much from it, but she still asked, how about let's go try these new scripts? And she's still genuinely being proactive about it. And that's simply because I have good communication. Now, along with service delivery is, of course, the ads, and that's an extremely important part as well. But you need to find ways, you need to adapt to the methods. The same strategies on Facebook ads, as an example, that worked a couple years back are completely different now. And that's why if you're trying to go in and just ask, ChatGPT, go watch these generic kind of guru Facebook ad tutorials, that they're showing everyone how to do the same thing, but a lot of it, there's little nuances to it, especially in the agency space. If your daily ad budget is $50 a day for a client, you're doing video and image ads, how many ad sets do you have? How do you segment the campaign? How do you go and split test these? Then what kind of metrics, what KPIs are you looking for before you go and cut ads or scale ads up? Just stuff like that. But this is all stuff that I'm not trying to make it seem more complicated, but again, the bar is a bit higher just because of how many people there are, but the bar is also lower because the skill level of a lot of these people is very low. So if you can genuinely be good at it, master the space, I'm not saying go watch a bunch of videos, don't take action like a lot of guys out there and that I did in the beginning. You watch videos, you don't actually take action. Don't be that person, but you need a proven process to actually know what you're doing to actually help yourself stand out. So that's basically the main thing, again, is differentiation. And if I had to start over again, what I would do is look what everyone else is doing and do the complete opposite. Because people want something that's different, not better. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, get the same results of all the students I've talked about, the exact roadmap that I use to scale my agency, but something custom specifically to you. Not the same guru stuff you probably see on YouTube. It's not a course, but genuinely working with me one-on-one to put together a custom roadmap for you to help scale your agency to, if you're doing 0 to your first 10K a month, if you're already doing 10 to 15 to your first 30, 40, 50K a month. Because again, it's all custom to you. So if you want that, go book below, apply to work with me. But otherwise, if you do want to see more in depth how I would actually go and start my agency from complete scratch in 2026 using all the stuff I just went through here and actually differentiate it. I actually made a full video on this the other day. If you want to go check it out, I'll just link it on the screen, but it's going to show you exactly, it's like an hour and 15 minutes, exactly how I would go and do this. So I will see you there. Again, if you have any questions on any of this you want to connect, just go shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm always happy to connect with you guys. Other than that, I will see you in the video there. Peace.